Today we're looking at a Coll de Dama Rimada fig. It gets half of its name from the shape of its neck and the other half from the variegated stripes you can see on the figs. It is said to be very similar to the highly regarded Coll de Dama Blanc variety, which just doesn't have the stripes. I have several pieces of fruit ripening on this fig and I can show you those. There's one here and then some back there as well. Don't judge the productivity of this tree just based on what you see here. I have been picking from it for about the last month. One thing I want to mention is the size of the figs. That seems to vary. Some of them come smaller off of the tree and some of them are larger. For example, this one on the left here is fairly good sized, whereas some of the riper ones I've shown you are much smaller. We have had a good amount of rain recently, and actually I had one fig split on me, which is fairly unusual in Arizona. I'm hoping that won't be a problem long term in the relatively dry climate. I want to show you the leaves as well. And then the tree is in its second year. It has grown with medium vigor. I'd say at this point it's probably about 3.5 feet tall or so. So not the quickest grower, but also not the slowest. It does seem to have a nice shape to it. All right, let's pick a couple pieces of ripe fruit and see what they look like inside. Here are the 3 figs that I've picked today. They vary in size. The one on the left is 25 grams. The one in the middle is the largest at 30 grams. And the one on the right is the smallest at only 20 grams. All put together, I'd say this is a medium-sized fig. Although some of the fruit that I've seen growing on the tree could probably approach 40 grams. In more humid climates, all those numbers would likely be larger. I'll bring a couple closer to the camera. I've put the best sides forward, but you can see the skin is fairly cracked and has lots of sugar spots. The eye is fairly small. I think most of this is due to the recent rains. I'll pick up another one so you can see. One of the figs that I picked maybe a month ago when the weather was bit more dry did not have so much cracking going on. It still had the sugar spots though. You can see the eye on this largest one is even smaller. And just for good measure, we'll also pick up the smallest one. See, fairly similar, and then almost a closed eye here. All right, let's get them cut open and see what they look like on the inside. Here are the interiors. For anybody keeping very close count, you'll notice that there is a 4th fig that I added. It was just a great looking shot and I just couldn't keep it out. The color is a beautiful deep red, and that's consistent across all of them. I'll bring a piece closer so you can see it. It looks very thick, jam-like. And one interesting thing is that when I cut all of them open, there was a bit of an acidic smell. Not too strong, but just subtle. All right, let's see how it tastes. I've heard figs described as jammy, and this is the definition of that. It is literally what you would get from a glass jar of jam. And it tastes just like that. It's like eating a spoonful of strawberry jam. It's fantastic. I'm going to try another piece here. Go for this guy. Bring it closer to the camera. It looks very similar to the last piece. It's similar to the last one. Very sweet, literally like strawberry jam. There's a direct parallel with that. It's very sweet. Yeah, just a fantastic fig, and I do get little hints of acidity in there, so that's a very nice balance. Highly recommended. I hope you found this video useful. Thank you for watching.